The Bears.
Because of the way they play the nickel corner here, and the nickel corner plays 88-85% of the snaps. He's got to be like part linebacker.
The Bears.
When you're in a scouting room, there's going to be differences of opinion.
The Bears.
Well, you're looking at traits. And remember when he tested very, very well.
The Bears.
Greg, why are teams wrong on quarterback evaluation so up?
Number one, it's a hard position to evaluate.
Former Bears scouting director Greg Gabriel talks football live every week on the Barroom Network. Also available on demand.
Look, I think it's a good time to be a Chicago Bears fan. There's a lot to be excited about. But let me tell you something. We are past the point of excuses. If things go sour, you have used up all of the patience that Chicago has to offer.
The following program is rated TV MALV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences.
All right, Barfly Tailgate, a little technical difficulties on the AC current show. We got Chris Watts overseas, Cowboy KB. We're talking Bears Chiefs Friday, man. A gritty performance by the reserves, man, coming back, chipping away at that Kansas City Chief lead. It was a different story in the second half, different from the first half. If I were to sum up the game in two pictures, it would be this. Yeah, TB 17, KB.
Absolutely.
KB, what'd you think of TB?
Oh, man. Dividends being returned right away on that deal, wasn't it?
Worth every 10 penny of that 10 million.
Every penny, boy. My boy Bajan was out there slinging the rock, man. It's funny because he started a little slow in the beginning, and I wasn't too sure that we was gonna win that one, but he clutched up in that fourth quarter, man. He definitely clutched up.
Chris Watts, what'd you think of Tyson Bagent's second half performance? That 2-minute drive at the end, man, had me sitting on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing what really made me excited was just the amount of sort of ownership and how in charge you were in the last sort of 2 minutes of the game. You know, when they were marching Matt down, and he just didn't lose his head at all. He was sort of very sort of composed and read his reads really well. And yeah, what a week it's been for the young guy, man. You get $10 million, and then you play great second half as well. So really pleased for the guy, man. He's a great story in this days of many dark stories we hear in the world. It's just good to see that story, especially you heard about like his dad didn't have running water when he was younger, and you know he can help so many people with the money. So it could happen to a nicer guy. But yeah, I was very impressed with Berge in the second half.
Mm-hmm. I guess we should just rip the Band-Aid off of this one, KB. What if Bajan now plays Caleb Williams in the regular season? Or if Caleb doesn't perform all that well, let's say he gets pulled and Bajan comes in and plays fantastic. What's the narrative going to be like?
Oh man, you already hear what the narrative would be like, because you got folks on X and you got freaking media personnel all saying, "Oh, what if Bajan's the better fit for this Ben Johnson offense?" I'm not even going to entertain this nonsense. Bajan is Bajan. He's very good. He's a very good backup right now. Very good. We've seen him in limited reps as a starter. He went 2-2 his rookie year. He played phenomenal. That being said, no, I'm not. This isn't a conversation. This is not. We need to stop doing this as Bears fans. Stop romanticizing the backup being your starter.
That's what we always
starter. Go with it. The man is going to be fine. It's absolute craziness.
Let me just reframe a little bit for AC. We ripped the Band-Aid off AC. What if Caleb Williams struggles and Ben Johnson, just for whatever reason, doesn't want to stick with him and Bajan comes in and plays well? He just learns the system faster than Caleb Williams. We know what the narrative is already. We know what it will be. What are your thoughts on? Could you see that being a possibility?
I don't think so. Caleb, yes, Caleb struggled in the game the other day against the Chiefs. But I still think he's the starter, and I think the worst. I think if that starts to happen and he starts to fail, maybe the last month of the season you could see them try and turn to Bajan. Yeah. But if this doesn't work this year, it's going to be we're drafting a quarterback again next year. It's not going to be let's turn to Bajan early. And I don't, as much as I like Bajan as the backup, I don't think he can be. He's not a starting quarterback. He's not going to be the guy who comes in like Matt Flynn and leads you to the playoffs, or Matt Castle and leads you to the playoffs all of a sudden. I don't see that out of Bajan. He's good, but he still has he looks good against backups. I'll just say that. When he's in there against starters, like, he can run around and make some plays, but I don't trust him to be on time. I mean, I don't want to disrespect Bajan because he's a damn good backup quarterback. But in my opinion, that's what he is. He's a backup quarterback. He's not the starter. If somebody else wants to pay him to be their starter in 2 years, I love the kid too. Yeah, I just the chat room seems to be under the impression that I'm lobbying for Bajan to be QB1. I'm not. I'm just saying that don't be surprised if Caleb Williams struggles in this offense. He's learning it for the first time. Like I said, there's going to be peaks and valleys this season where they struggle. And I mean, look, the Chiefs are a great team. They're going to be in the playoffs again this year. My initial thoughts with the first half was that it was a classic letdown spot for the Bears. They were riding high off that whipping of the Bills. Mm-hmm. You come in on a short week, Sunday night, we played the game, we're playing Friday night. Right. A 5-day short turnaround. It's understandable that they struggled in the first half, and then our backups, we have maybe a little better backups than their backups. But head to head, I mean, if we were playing the Chiefs straight up 1-to-1s, it would have been a hell of a different story, right, Chris?
I think so, yeah, but I think regarding the offensive play, all right, they struggled on the first couple of drives, but you can see it started clicking in the third drive, and then obviously Caleb got that score. So I don't think it would have been as lopsided as people think if it were like a proper regular season game with number ones in. I'd say I was quite impressed with Swift, how he ran. I thought that he was really impressed, especially when he hurdled that guy. But no, I mean, I think as my sort of feeling about Bajan is that he's got like a really nice quick release, but he hasn't got the arm strength as what Caleb's got. You can just see it. You can just see it. Like, he always seems to have like a little bit of a loft where Caleb can really direct the bullet sort of like he did do with the touchdown pass to Roma Dunze. So, yeah, I mean, at first I was thinking, oh my God, all the things that are going wrong with the offense are the things what people have been bringing up in training camp about, false starts and, take too long between the snaps. But I was happy with how they sort of turned it around, and Caleb didn't flap. He did hold the balls far too long a couple of times. Doing a sack what he took away, I think he held onto the ball for like 6 seconds or something ridiculous like that, which you can't do. But I still think he's above Bajan. I just think Bajan's got like a really good football brain, and I think that's what helps his skill. And he just sounds like he's a grafter as well, a guy who just works his ass off, and he's trying his best. So, but I still think that the ceiling's higher with Caleb Williams than Bajan.
AC.
Yeah, I agree. It was sloppy out of the gate, man. I don't know, and I'm seeing the chat talk about it, and there's no other way around it. It didn't look like, but I feel like we're somewhere in between because we demolished the Bills' backups, so we're somewhere in between 38-0 against the Bills' backups and 17-3 against the Chiefs starters, because that's what it was before they pulled their guys out.
Great point.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I guess I would love to have dominated the Chiefs, but we didn't. We looked, like I said, we looked sloppy. We had people are starting to worry about Roma Dunze and the drops. I mean, he had one drop that was big, but he got him a touchdown, and I think Caleb trusts him out there, and that's a big thing.
If Kareem Hunt makes that catch in the end zone, we don't win the game. Just by the way, in the first half, we got lucky there. They had to settle for the field goal, but like Heidi says, man, a lot of penalties that's got to be cleaned up. The pre-snap penalties. AC, we didn't get your thoughts on the Bajent extension real quick.
Oh, I was so happy for that kid, man. Like I said, I'm from Kentucky, and there's places in Eastern Kentucky when he talks about it's a lot like West Virginia, where he talks about his dad growing up didn't have running water until he was in high school. There's people out in Eastern Kentucky that still don't have running water because that's just how poor they grow up, man, and they just live by what they can. So it's awesome to see him get rewarded. He made like $2 million his whole career before this, and then he gets this extension. He makes $5 million a year, average. So that kind of money and seeing him break down, it almost made me want to break down because I was so happy for him. Everything he's worked for, 0-star recruit coming out, goes to his local college D2 in Shepherd and starts breaking records, and had a chance to go to West Virginia. And I think I'm trying to remember the other team that offered him. I think it may have been West Virginia and Marshall or something. So he had a chance to leave, and he chose to stay in D2. And that shows a lot of character in that kid, especially in today's climate with the transfer portal and stuff. Stuck around and won the D2 Heisman, and doesn't get drafted, comes in UDFA, beats out what was his name, Philip Walker, that we picked up from the Panthers. That everyone
PJ Walker, right? Is that his name?
Yeah, that's it. They had him penciled in as the backup. He beats him out and starts 4 games, and I mean, he's made a career for himself. It's just awesome for that kid, and I love to hear him. When they said, what would you be doing if it wasn't for this? He said, well, I'd probably be like a gym teacher or something.
He broke down, he got teary at the podium, which is, you love to see it as a Bears fan. And look, this is my 51st year as a Bears fan. My 50th anniversary as a Bears fan was spent with Matt Eberflus as head coach, unfortunately.
Congratulations.
He ruined it for me. But we wait a long time for stories like this as Bears fans. You think back over the years of all the great heartwarming stories. and the Bagent story, just like AC laid it out, it's one of those heartwarming stories, a feel-good story that you love to hear as a Bears fan. KB, what do you think? Did you get a little teary, happy for the kid, everything?
Oh, absolutely. It couldn't have happened to a better guy. Let's say Bagent has been an exemplary player on this roster, in my opinion. Been pulling for the kid ever since he came in out of Shepherd. And then when people were thinking about cutting this dude or putting him on the damn practice squad, and we were sitting right here saying, "Hey, there's no way you cut this kid.
Ain't making it."
you need to stash him on the team, man. Like he needs to be on the roster. And the Bears had got him on the roster, man. And it shocked the hell out of me. But it was one of the better moments I have felt for the team. Next, it was the human aspect of him talking. You don't see this cockiness out of him that you see with most of these guys, and he seems like a real down to earth type kid. So it was very happy for him, man. Very happy for him, man. Real team, very team friendly deal for a kid that could possibly go start for another team at some point in his career. So
what do you guys think his value is? I know the Bears aren't going to trade him because, God forbid, anything happens to Caleb Williams, we would be screwed this season. You feel pretty good about having Bagent be the starter if anything were to happen to Caleb. But if they were to trade him, and they're not, what do you think his value would be, AC?
I'm trying to think of backup quarterbacks who have been traded, and I have trouble sometimes evaluating a trade value because Brian Robinson Jr., who just got traded last week, brought a 6th round pick, and I thought that guy was worth like a 3rd round pick. The way he runs the ball. So yeah, it's hard for me to weigh what and the quarterback position is huge. If it's someone who's trading to bring him in as a starter, I would say a 2nd or a 3rd round pick. But
I would too.
Like I said, I don't know how good I am at this because I didn't think Brian Robinson Jr. would only bring a 6th round pick back.
Quarterback's a little different though.
I was gonna say the funny thing, I had Brian Robinson tabbed at about a 6, man, just because of the situation.
What about Bagent's worth?
Bagent, y'all saying 2nd, 3rd. Ooh, I kind of feel like it's a little rich. I would honestly probably say a 4th round pick. Just looking at the fact he's back up. Somebody that's reaching out, they'll probably make that argument. Hey, he did this. He's only 2-2. He has limited reps. We're just trying to take a shot, and the Bears could push forward just because. Hey, he's our backup. We value it. We value him a little bit more than that. But I don't see a team calling and making a trade for him for a 2nd or 3rd at all. I think maybe the highest that would be is a 4th and maybe another pick. But yeah, 2nd, 3rd, that's a little rich to me because it's like, think about it. What did Trey Lance go for?
True.
I think he was a 3rd round, wasn't he, Trey Lance? Yeah.
I'm thinking more sort of 3rd round, 2nd at a very push, really. Just suits the points that you guys have made, really. I mean, he has progressed, but he's only played 4 games, and that wasn't last season. That was the season before. And yeah, I think 3rd round would be, that'd be.
Trey Lance for a 4th round pick.
4th rounder, okay.
And like I said, that's about the same value I'm putting on. I would put on Bagent. So,
but obviously, luckily we can keep him because. Luckily Caleb, he played all 17 games last year, but we just know that any second somebody can go down, and you need good backups in the game. And I think overall the Bears have showed that they've got good backups in a lot of the positions throughout the team. Especially sort of on Friday night game where and also you mentioned AC when we played against the Buffaloes and it comes to the 2-3s. Our guys kept up and beat them as well. So it's just going to be. I'm so glad we kept him. I think it's a great story, and I think as well it's a good quarterback room. Well, it sounds like it's a good quarterback room, anyway, from what I gather from what people have been saying. I mean, Keenan's obviously he's going to be there as like like an extra coach. I can imagine. Really, I can't imagine him being suited up. So Yeah, it's all down to the next sort of couple of weeks what they can cram in before the Vikings game and straighten out, and especially the offensive line as well. We still don't really know who the starting left guard is. I personally think it'll be Braxton. But yeah, it's just we just got nice forward momentum, and that's a nice change for being a Bears fan. We feel like we're actually going like in a positive way and it feels like we've got a coach who's very realistic and very sort of competitive as well. So I'm just absolutely buzzing for the start of the season. Can't wait.
Vikings are next up. Monday Night Football, kicking off Monday Night Football this season. The chat room's making a lot of points about the pass rush. I kind of attribute the lack of pass rush to that short week. Coming off a high is a classic letdown spot for me. AC, you know how I feel about your guy from Kentucky. I think we do need to sign maybe an extra pass rusher, and it'd be interesting to see who they do keep at the defensive end position. Austin Booker's got the injury. Dominique Robinson has survived, 4 roster cuts? Three or four roster cut downs. Daniel Hardy is just demon on special teams, had a forced fumble, strip sack, forced fumble. Zadarius Smith, former Lion, is out there. What are your thoughts, AC?
I'm very concerned with our edge rusher, opposite of Montez Sweat. I loved Booker when he gets his chance in there, but I don't think he's an every down player as of this moment. But I'm highly disappointed in Dio Dangbo. It's a guy that they gave the bag to, and he has absolutely done nothing for me this preseason. I haven't, even on the podcast when they talk about the guys who are at practice aren't seeing anything out of him either. So we paid him for potential, and we're not seeing the potential payoff. Now, maybe he improves under Dennis Allen. I love Dennis Allen as the coach. But, man, Zadarius Smith sitting out there. I love that guy. Jadeveon Clowney sitting out there. I like that guy, too, as far as the pass rush specialist. When you've got guys on the street who can give you a boost and play better than the guys on your roster, I don't understand what the issue is with bringing one of these dudes in. You're about to have cut down days where you have the ability to make changes on your roster, and it's. I know they've said that it's a more intricate defense that has a lot more ins and outs, but I don't see how one of those guys doesn't help you. And we need it, man. And Chris, you talked about the left tackle. I guess Braxton's the guy, but I watched him get his ass kicked last. I mean, when Caleb took that sack, I think it was from George Karlaftis, I rewinded it and paused it, and Braxton just gets beat on the inside and literally tries to dive at this guy.
I saw it too.
And it was I was like, what are we doing? Like, it just looked. And I'm glad we got a head coach that tells it like it is. He came right out and said it wasn't good enough. It looked sloppy. He didn't come out and say, well, we'll look at the tape and see what that is and what we do from there, and we'll keep that in house. No, he said exactly what he thought, and I was very happy. I love that we have Ben Johnson.
Hell yeah!
But yeah, Zadarius Smith is my pick. I don't know what we're waiting on.
I've been pounding the table for him. KB, is it Braxton Jones' job to lose veteran? Deferring to the veteran at left tackle. He's out there until he gives us a reason to pull him.
Look, this whole thing with Braxton, it's weird to me. You know what his problems are. We see what the problems are. The problems aren't going to be fixed. So that means that he is going to be a liability on the left side regardless, because people are just going to bull rush him. This is his weakness, and it's very well known by the rest of the league. I would actually propose something that I seen Kansas City do at the point I'm at. I would just move Thuney out to left tackle, and then put Newman in, because Newman has looked fucking fantastic this offseason. I would put I would put Newman in the left guard. To me, that is how you patchwork the offensive line until you find a more permanent solution to the problem. If you don't think that Ozzie Trapillo's ready, Theo Benedict doesn't seem like he's ready to be a starter, you need to figure this shit out because you're going to get Caleb killed, and then after Caleb gets killed, Badges doesn't come in and get killed. That right now the left tackle is a problem.
I don't know about Tooney at left tackle though. I know he went out there for
Kansas City.
Yeah, and got his ass kicked.
I'm only going off of that. That's all I'm going off of. He played when they needed him in a pinch. He played at left tackle. Right now, you have a problem. Would you rather have Tooney playing left tackle, or would you rather have Braxton Jones playing left tackle? It's simple as that.
I'd rather have Tooney in the spot where he's an All-Pro, man. That's
yeah. You got to think as well. You got to think, Kirby. If we have Tooney at left guard, then obviously that should help Braxton Jones out having
we've already said that before. We watched this man get his ass kicked. It's not going to help him getting bull rushed. It's going to. It comes down to what you can do. Right now,
recover.
You have a problem. You can't.
He can't recover on the. He can't recover on the inside move. You know, once he gets his feet out of position, he can't recover. It's just not physically possible. His injury slowed him down.
There's no fixing that position right now. We have what we have.
We have nothing. We have no real options after him.
Yeah.
That was a point I wanted to bring up was that at the end of the first round, the Chiefs drafted Josh Simmons to play left tackle. You know, you could have seen maybe the Bears trade into the back end of the first round to grab a player like that. If J2K was here, he would be saying the same thing. But they took a chance, and I think we saw him out there on. If I'm not mistaken, we saw him out there on a Friday night.
It's either that or move fucking Darnell Wright.
Which I got slammed last weekend for talking about that. You know,
something has to happen, man.
I think they expected more out of Trapillo. I'm a little surprised that they gave up on him as quickly as they did. I think when they saw his tape from college, they felt like he could move over, and they're just not seeing it as quickly as they thought they would. Now maybe he gets better through the season, and he's our guy next year. But it's hard to say. But I don't know if you're following the chat, Tooch. We were just talking about Bajent being traded. We've got a backup quarterback traded. It's the Tom. This is via Tom Pelissero.
I didn't see it.
That's why I'm shaking my head.
The Vikings are sending quarterback Sam Howell to the Eagles. Minnesota gets a 2026 fifth-round pick and 2027 seventh. Philadelphia gets a 2026 sixth. And Howell, an experienced backup for Jalen Hurts, while Tanner McKee deals with an injury. So I guess Eagles got some injuries in their backup quarterback spot, so they decided to move some draft capital around to get an experienced backup. And Sam Howell, I thought he was going to be the Sam Darnold of this year, sort of. You kind of give him a shot in that Kevin O'Connell offense and see what he can do, but. I mean, apparently he's already got some biters.
Yeah, he was second string on the Vikings behind J.J. McCarthy. After that, they've got Max Brosmer, former Bears backup quarterback for a short time, Brett Rippon. I imagine.
I was going to say they got Rippon from last year.
I think Brett Rippon will probably be the veteran. I don't know much about Max Brosmer. Anybody?
I wonder if Kirk Cousins is in play here. I mean, he's sitting down there in Atlanta on that big-ass contract.
Yep.
I don't know what kind of capital the Vikings have. I know they traded away a lot to go get JJ, and they traded away a lot to go get that pass rusher last year. So I'd have to see what kind of draft capital they have. But, hey, maybe Kirk Cousins is coming back to the division. I don't know. Everybody's loving the hat today, KB.
I know.
Crocodile Hunter KB is what we got.
That's right.
Crocodile Dundee.
But then the Vikings turned around and signed Carson Wentz.
Oh my goodness. Well.
Oh, is that who they signed just now? Okay, I didn't have that yet. But.
I think.
All right.
I think they're kind of in that spot where they trust Kevin O'Connell so much because they saw what he could do with Sam Darnold. And they saw what he did with Kirk Cousins. they're just kind of like, let's plug a guy in there and see how he does with them.
Why didn't the Eagles just bring in Carson Wentz and skip the the former Eagle as well?
I think they've already been up that road.
Been down that road. They didn't like him. Yeah.
What did you guys think of the run defense yesterday? Because that sort of bothered me quite a lot. We seem to let a lot of big runs up the middle, and we seem to be getting. I mean, really talk about defensive line. Like, I mean, I was quite disappointed about the lack of pressure we put on the quarterback. Even though Big Cuz got his sack, and I liked his dance as well, KB.
Full on sprinting.
That was awesome. And then there was like a clip of him when he was trying to chase down the QB. I was going, man, I bet you could hear him in background chase. Boom, 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 boom. And he had really good form as well. He had really good sprinters form. I thought, my God, he's an athlete. He's an athlete.
Yeah.
But what did you guys think about the defensive line and the run defense in general?
That Chiefs offensive line is pretty damn good, and the referees are also on the Chiefs as well.
God,
so
I was losing my mind.
But Pacheco averaged 7 yards a carry. It's something we gotta sort out.
Right.
I felt like I saw, and it brought me back to wanting an edge rusher because I saw Pacheco getting that edge an awful lot. You know, they would take it outside, and he would get it every time. And then you're trying to tackle him with Trey Flowers and Nashawn Wright, Nashawn Wright was getting all the praise, you know, in training camp. He's getting his ass kicked out there now. That's worrisome to me when you got Jalen Johnson who hasn't played yet. You got Kyler Gordon coming back from injury. You know, a position that was so deep, all of a sudden, ain't looking great. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's all a concern, C-Dub. But I was more concerned with the outside run, setting that edge more than I was. It didn't look like to me that they were just pounding it up inside and getting, you know, breaking big runs. I felt like they got that edge a lot more often than they were going inside. But hell, I forgot the Chiefs still had Kareem Hunt on the roster.
All right. Let's see. Anybody want to talk a little? Let's talk a little. Injuries have left us thin at a few positions, like the cornerback. We lost Terrell Smith for the season. That's going to hurt. Nashawn Wright didn't exactly look good out there. You know, Tyquan Thornton ate him up on a long pass, and then Rashee Rice also double move, caught him out of position. You know, both those that kind of speed Nashawn probably shows. I don't think it'll prevent him from making the roster. Or anybody other thoughts when we talk about cornerback depth? It was a point. Cornerback depth was something before the preseason started. We're pretty sure we're set at. I know we don't have. We need Kyler Gordon to come back, and Jalen Johnson to come back, but cornerback depth. Any thoughts?
It might be something to watch these roster cuts and see if somebody gets released that has some experience that you can bring in. Like I said, I know they love Nashawn Wright, but I'm not seeing it on the field. And maybe Al Harris knows somebody. Keep an eye on who gets let go in Dallas if they cut down some corners, because that's where he comes from. He might know some dudes, or New Orleans. You know, that's where Dennis Allen's from. I don't know. Like with edge rusher, I can point at guys in free agency that I know can help us, but I'm not sure what the cornerback free agency market looks like. I think it's going to be grabbing guys on cut days and hoping guys can get better throughout the season. It's just, like I said, it's crazy that we came from this being our deepest position that we had so much confidence in, and then we don't see Jalen. Although I think Jalen will be there on the Monday night game against the Vikings, which we desperately need. And I think Kyler Gordon will be back and be fine, and maybe we're just stressing over something that doesn't even matter. But I just I'm worried about it. Terrell Smith is a huge loss. I hate it for that guy.
Really good player.
Another guy who's busted his ass. He was like a 4th or 5th round pick. He just works his ass off, and at one point was pushing Tyreek Stevenson for that CB2 position. You know, but it sucks to lose him.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how fast you go from a strength to a concern. You know, just just one or two injuries, and all of a sudden you're like, I mean, we can see who gets cut, we can bring in, but like I don't know. It's concerning to me.
It is. With Terrell Smith, if Tyreek Stevenson or Jalen Johnson, were to go out for any period of time, you felt really good about, not falling off, as far as quality play. I'm looking at who's out, who we have besides Jalen Stevenson and Gordon. So you're looking at Wright, of course, Josh Blackwell, the rookie Zay Frazier, and
yeah, Muck says, where the fuck is Zay Frazier?
Yeah,
he's
been out for personal reasons, and I wonder what happened. I wonder what the story is there. KB, who's going to be the top backup at cornerback without Terrell Smith?
I'm all for at this point sliding people over. Maybe you throw Kyler at one outside spots. Josh Blackwell is a hell of a stand-in, and you know what I'm saying, at the nickel. So I mean, maybe that could be a route that you pursue.
Yep.
Like I said, without hearing anything about the Zay Frazier kid and Nashawn Wright getting torched, I don't know. I don't know where you go with it. To me, that would be what the logical thing would be to do now. It would be kicking Kyler Gordon to outside and Josh Blackwell taking his spot until somebody would come back. But
when you're playing a lot of man-to-man and you don't have a pass rush, you're going to get exposed against like a team like the Chiefs. We did on Friday night with speed of Tyquan Thornton and the moves, the savvy of Rashee Rice.
Can I ask y'all this then real quick? I just want to put this out there because
go ahead.
I've seen people talking about this on other podcasts, and I've seen people yesterday when I was on the Chicago Sports Pod running that last night. Would you guys be willing to trade Jalen Johnson for a pass rusher?
I don't think so at this point. I'd rather sign Zadarius Smith, but
I don't see it. I don't understand.
I know where this is coming from.
Sorry, so you go on.
Well, it's coming from, and they talked about it on ESPN Chicago 1000. So they threw it out there, and Shay Norling said he would trade Jalen Johnson for Trey Hendrickson with like a third-round pick. But I think if it's Trey Hendrickson, the Bengals are looking to save money. They don't want to pay Jalen Johnson all that money. So if you're looking to trade a corner to them, it has to be Tyreek Stevenson, a guy who hasn't been paid yet. They're not going to take on the Bengals. I thought the Bears were cheap. Bro, the Bengals are so freaking cheap. I heard Boomer Esiason talking about when he gets pulled in for the Ring of Honor. I saw the video on X. So they're calling him in for the Ring of Honor. They've only got 8 players in their Ring of Honor. And instead of just covering the trip, covering the hotel and all that stuff, they're selling him a block of hotel rooms at a discounted rate. What are we doing? This is an NFL franchise, bro. I get mad about some of the Bears taking shortcuts, but I grew up a Bengals fan, man. I couldn't imagine cheering for that team and seeing the way they do business. That's not to change the subject on everything, but yeah, I think this all came from Trey Hendrickson, who I would love Trey Hendrickson in a Bears jersey.
There's no way in hell. I don't care even at this point if you were looking at trading for like a Michael Parsons. You're going to create another issue.
Right.
We don't have people were just trying to get rid of Tyreek Stevenson last year.
Right.
Now you're talking about, we got to trade Jalen Johnson. We trade Jalen. Who the hell do we have starting that corner? Y'all, that makes no sense. And then we all of a sudden the pressure ain't gonna be too good when people are just beating people off the line. Like, what are we talking about right now?
Right.
I mean,
it makes sense to me.
It's just like what you've been saying, KB, but, the last 10 minutes, the discussion has been about, how thin our defensive backfield's getting. And then we have people talking about, trading our best cornerback. And the thing as well is, which is fucking stupid. And they're wankers. I'm just going to say it. The fucking wanker.
Thank you, Chris.
But like, I think as well is if we're struggling on the line, then we need the best we can get in our defensive backfield to balance it up. Do you know what I mean? If we're not getting a pass rush what we need, then we need the defensive guys in the backfield to tie up their wide receivers. So it does give us a bit of chance with the pass rush we get. So I just think it's all fucking nonsense and pretty, poor journalism as usual. It's a bit more like a clickbait sort of thing. So no, I think that would be a terrible idea. I really would do. And us as well. I mean, ain't Anderson quite in his 30s or his late 20s, where Jalen Johnson's literally coming into his prime of his career as well. So, and it's a cheap as well, Stephen. They definitely aren't going to do it.
Yeah, they've kind of dug in their heels on that contract dispute, and I'm like, you made this guy, you gave him a prove-it deal, and he goes out and gets 17.5 sacks. So you gave him another prove-it deal, and he goes out and gets 17.5 sacks. Back-to-back years, this dude's putting up Michael Strahan numbers, and you just like, I don't want to pay you the way I'm paying Jamar Chase or Joe Burrow. We're just going to not play defense. I don't know what the fucking plan is in Cincinnati. I just know I want to be there to watch our Bears take them on early in November.
That's right. AC will be there.
That's right. Bill Murray, bear down. Hey, maybe Bill Murray's our left guard.
At this point.
Running back is also taken some hits. There's been some attrition there. We know DeAndre Swift will be the starter and get most of the touches. Mononga, I'm looking at, will probably be the top backup to Swift. After that, it gets a little murky. There's Rashad is injured again. Travis Homer's a special teams captain. I don't think we didn't see him Friday night. Did we see Homer? I think he's injured. And then you've got Ian Wheeler and Britton Brown and Royce Freeman. And Freeman didn't play all that bad. I don't know. There could be some cut downs that the Bears look at. KB, what are your thoughts on running back?
I think that they might be keeping an eye out on the Kenneth Walker situation. The fact we weren't in on the Brian Robinson trade absolutely blew my fucking mind. I know me and AC both talked about that. A 6th rounder. And like I said, that's about what I had him going for in my head. I'm like, I'd trade a 6 for Brian Robinson.
That's a throwaway pick.
And nothing. Like I said, it does make me wonder if they're keeping their eyes out for Kenneth Walker or the one that I've heard, the Alvin Kamara fan club of people saying that could be a possibility.
Really?
I would love that, but hell, man, he's 30 years old, but he's still a fantastic player. But New Orleans, without Alvin Kamara, New Orleans is going to have absolutely.
They're tanking
nothing.
Anyway. I think they're taking for Arch. They're on the march for Arch.
I was going to say for the understanding, they're still having cap issues. So when it was mentioned, I guess they were saying that Alvin Kamara would have been a cap casualty. So maybe
they just gave him extension in the season last year. So why?
Right.
And
that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it didn't make any sense. That's why I'm like, bro. To me, the one I'm thinking of the most right now is Kenneth Walker. I say you wait to see what happens with him. If it's very likely that he's going to be cut, don't want a 6. What could be the worst that happens?
That's what Houston's done 2 years in a row. Remember when Joe Mixon was about to get cut? So they said, we'll throw you a 7th if you just trade him here. And they did the same thing for the wide receiver out of Jacksonville, Christian Kirk. They said, hey, we'll just throw you a draft pick. Just let him put him on a plane and bring him over here. That's not a bad way to do business if you know a guy's going to get cut. It sucks that you're losing a draft pick, but that keeps you out of a bidding war. It keeps you out of does he want to go wherever he's from or whatever. But, man, running back, I just got to say, I love DeAndre Swift, but can you please stay down? I know it looks cool with you're diving over people and hurdling them. But when he hurdled that guy yesterday, he misses getting the first down because he was in the air. bro, get around it, spin, juke, something, and you can get the first down. But where he jumped, his momentum pulled him out of bounds, and then it was 3rd and 1. Now we ended up picking it up, but I mean that's the kind of stuff that it's a game of inches. You got to get out every inch you can get.
Eric Bieniemy will have a little talk with him.
Oh, I'm sure he already has.
Right.
And then behind him, Roshan's always. I love Roshan, man, but he's always hurt. You can't trust him. My nun guy all of a sudden is getting hurt. I don't know what's going on with him, but I love the way he runs. I forgot. I think Homer's off this roster.
He needs to
know.
I'm sorry.
I love.
He is a special teams captain.
I've been.
What does he do?
He's really good on teams, man.
Teams, KB.
He's four phase special teamers. Those guys.
I've been
high towers guy.
I've been pleasantly surprised by Britton Brown that we brought over from the Raiders. He runs pretty hard, hits the hole correctly. He doesn't do anything flashy, but he does everything right, in my
You
opinion.
don't need flashy. You just need somebody to run through the hole.
Yeah, I mean, I think as well, it's sort of what sort of type of running back they're after as well in that third position. You got Swift, who's a slasher remover.
Mm-hmm.
You got the rookie, he's got great contact balance. He's a bit of both. So basically, to me, they look like they're after the battering ram. The guy what they can give to when it's 2 yards out from the end zone, like Roshan did so well last year. Yeah, I mean, it's just shit about Roshan, man. He's always injured, and if you're not, the best ability is availability, isn't it, in the NFL? And it's just sad, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see what's going to happen with the running backs, really. I mean, it depends how much of a rotation they have as well in a game. Like Swift played a lot of downs last year. And like you say, it all depends how knocked up the rookie is as well, which is a bit disappointing. But I can see that they're really looking for like a big back, like a big, full back, sort of big back, what's going to get you 2 yards when you need it and get you a few inside yards. So, I think
that's Roshan.
Exactly, yeah.
Man, he was money on the goal line last year, man. He was automatic. It's just the guy can't stay healthy.
Yeah, him or Doug Kramer was perfect at the goal line.
Stop.
Doug Kramer was the best. That was your best goal line back. What you mean?
Mr. Shorty said something about Ian Wheeler injured. Did he get hurt again? I didn't see that.
I don't know. I was looking for that, looking for some news on that. I think he was a little shaken up or banged up. Do we see? I don't remember if we saw him. Hold on a second.
I don't remember seeing him go off.
Yeah, he did not play. There only 3 guys carried the ball at the running back. It was Swift, Brown, and Freeman. So we didn't see Wheeler. We didn't see Monangai. We didn't see Johnson.
Maybe Ian Wheeler makes the roster.
We didn't see Homer either.
You'll have Roshan out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Wheeler coming back from that injury, those injuries are always tough. He looked okay. I mean, I don't know. Would I love to see Kenneth Walker here? Yeah, I mean, you're talking to RB1.
Yeah,
a big back who catches the ball. He's got some speed too, but has had the injury problems too. Would I like to see Kenneth Walker? I would love to see that Kenneth Walker in a Bear if he's healthy.
Well, I mean, I know it's next year, but do y'all think Jeremiah Love is a first-round pick? Because at this point, I think we're going to have to go left tackle first round.
Yeah, we might. There's going to be a lot of good running backs.
I like another running back. That's just me.
Well, I know our guy D Nice from the Chicago Sports Podcast likes the dude from Penn State, Singletary.
That's what I like.
Yep. Nick Singleton. Yep.
He reminds me of Saquon Barkley.
Oh yeah. He's wearing that jersey.
Who do they got some playmakers in Louisville.
Man,
Miller Moss. I had to poke the bear a little bit.
I was gonna say you almost see his head explode. Don't do that to my boy.
No, listen, Louisville. You know that video of the dude that said he hates Tennessee. They low down, they some snitches, they that puke in the pumpkin orange. That's how I feel about Louisville. And then this season, they go and grab our top recruiter from Kentucky, from UK, offer him more money in a bigger spot, and they pulled him to Louisville. Like, first of all, Vince Marrow, why you even listen to those dudes? Louisville, L's down all day.
Yeah, they went and got Miller Moss in the transfer portal. That'd be interesting. They have
He looked great
schedule
under Miller Moss. Looked great under the quarterback coach, the quarterback guru out there at USC. So he should work out at Louisville.
Yeah, what's his name? Braum, pretty good with the quarterbacks. But enough Louisville talk. I'm sorry, I just was kidding around.
Couldn't help yourself. Iowa State won yesterday, though, in the Farmageddon. They called
Farmageddon. The Stephen B. There was like 30,000 people from Iowa and Kansas there, so it was the largest travel group from the States to a game in Ireland.
Did you hear about the flag mix-up?
No.
So in Ireland, they kind of Googled. They knew Iowa State was coming and Kansas State, so they Googled Iowa State flag, and they got the college flag hanging out off some pubs and stuff to show Iowa State fans, yeah, come on in. We're in Iowa State, but we'll have the game on. You can have drinks or whatever. But when they Googled Kansas State flag, they just got the actual flag of the state. So instead of it being the Kansas State flag, it was the state flag of Kansas hanging from the pub.
Hopefully the Kansas fans recognize their own state flag there.
You see, like in the 1970s, I could have said a really sort of racist sort of Irish joke, but we don't go there anymore now. An Englishman, an Irishman, and a flag comes in.
Hey, I got Irish in me. I know that.
I have as well.
We saw some nice some nice wide receiver performances. Number 20, Jade Walker, Texas A&M wide receiver.
We got to talk about it.
We got to talk about him and Maurice Alexander, who's a Ben Johnson guy. He was in the Lions practice squad. These two guys. I mean, look, I haven't seen Devin Duvernay at all. I don't think I've seen him return a punt or a kickoff. I know we signed him to do all this stuff. Maurice Alexander can do all that. Jade Walker, I really like what I see. He's 6'3", 200, and he's got his raw. No way you cut him. His raw athletic score was like 9.79 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
You can see it, man. The dude is a phenomenal athlete.
Go ahead, KB. He's about to explode down here.
Yes, I am. Because you know who he reminds me of? Terry McLaurin when he was coming out of Ohio State.
Yeah,
he reminds me not just measurables and all that crap, but it's the low key stats and oh man, he didn't do this when he was at Ohio State because he was the third guy, and then he gets to the NFL and he explodes. Last year, his stats he had like 429 yards on like 2 or 3 touchdowns, only a handful of receptions. But the kid, he looks amazing. You
can't cut him. You can't cut him.
The sad part is he might be the second biggest wide receiver you have. I mean, yeah, you got Miles Boykin.
He's the tallest one we have, I think.
I was going to say, outside of him and Miles Boykin. I think Miles Boykin.
Right, Boykin. Boykin's a little heavier, though.
You're not going to keep Miles Boykin.
No.
Jade Walker is an absolute keep. If you let that kid go to Ravens, he's going to end up in the fuck Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see him against us week 1.
Yeah.
While Jordan Addison sits out suspended.
Yes.
Yeah, AC, what'd you think of Mr. Walker, the Texas A&M product?
I think I love the kid. I had my eyes on J.P. Richardson coming in as that guy, that sneaky dude to make the roster, but I ain't seen nothing out of him. I'm seeing everything I need out of Jade Walker. I need to get that number 20 off of him. Let's get him in a wide receivers number. But other than that, I love everything I see. He catches great. He's got a touchdown celebration down pat, the team loves him. Did you guys see the sideline when every time he makes a catch? So
he's gonna have the most Madden-esque celebration. It's gonna be a Madden. I guarantee you in the next update, it's gonna be the Skywalker he do.
The Skywalker.
The Bears they're gonna try and cut him and sneak him onto the practice squad. I guarantee you. Unfortunately,
he's not gonna make it, bro. He will not make it.
KB's
right. KB's right. We'll see him that Monday night game, just like they did with my boy Brandon Bates last year. Though
I guarantee you, Minnesota's looking for wide receivers. They traded for Adam Thielen.
They did trade. I thought it was rumored that they were.
Was it okay? I thought they were trading for him. If that trade
they're
through.
looking for a veteran wide receiver on the market because Justin Jefferson's coming back from injury with a hamstring
Jordan
injury.
Addison suspension.
Jordan Addison's out 3 games, and then Naylor, their third string receiver, is dealing with a hand and a wrist injury. So they've got to
suspended. Yeah. After that, they got nobody.
Yeah.
There's nobody.
I would much rather.
It's all inexperienced guys. So the top 3 receivers are. Yeah, you cut Walker and he's on the Vikings the next day.
Yeah, I don't think we can take that chance. No,
if
they steal, as much as I like J.P. Richardson, if they steal him from us, and he doesn't make our practice squad, it is what it is. But I can't let Walker go up there and be a stud or God forbid go to Green Bay. They've got all the wide receiver 2s in the world.
I think you cut Duvernay. I mean, Luther Burden I'd like to see Burden return kickoffs.
Mm.
You know,
they tried it in the preseason, didn't they? I feel like I saw him back there a couple times.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
I would put him returning kicks.
I was gonna say he was a punt returner. I want to say like his freshman year or something like that for Mizzou. They showed in his highlights.
I don't know who's going to be our primary punt returner. I mean, Josh Blackwell did a pretty good job last season.
Can Walker return kicks and punts? I mean, if he can, then that's that adds extra value to you.
They had him out there as a gunner, and from what the stats show, he actually led the team in special team tackles.
He's doing everything he can to make the team.
Yeah, because led the team in special team tackles, and then number 2 was Jade Walker.
Man, I don't mind Burden playing kick returns. You know, I know we got. I mean, right now he's the number 4 wide receiver. What else is he going to do? He could hit. In the passing game, he's going to be designed plays. That's all he's doing right now.
I've been crazy about Zacchaeus, man. We got to give that dude an extension.
Exactly.
Yeah. You talk about a jersey that I might get if they extend his ass. That's the dude. But barely making it is asking me, AC, who's got the best wide receiver core in the division when they're healthy? It's got to be the Vikings, man. You set the top. Yeah. Justin Jefferson. If it's not Justin Jefferson, it's Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the whole league. So, the top you're very top heavy, and then Jordan Addison can do so much. We even hear our guy Caleb talk about Jordan Addison at USC. Yep. And then if they go and get Adam Thielen, I mean, that's crazy. And Naylor's been able to do some things for them too. Packers, they're all kind of the same dude, I think. In Detroit, I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's very about us getting Ben Johnson, but sorry, bro, we got our dude.
Matthew Golden looks pretty good, man. And rookie that Packers picked up. Drafted
but other than him, I mean, I like Jaron Reed, but he's walking.
They got nothing after him. Yep.
Christian Watson's always hurt.
Injured.
Dobbs is a possible cut candidate. They said.
That's crazy.
Dontavian Wicks is the other guy.
They just got a bunch of the same.
They got a bunch of guys. Yeah.
I do like what Detroit did. I like Tesla that they picked in the draft. He's been doing some things for them.
Would you sign Romeo Dobbs or Wicks if they cut him?
Nah,
I don't think so.
Not in our receiver.
Yeah, I think we're okay if we keep Walker.
Yeah, I was gonna say right now I would probably keep 6 receivers. You have the 4 that everybody knows. Jade Walker would be my 5th, and I would
exactly.
It would probably be Alexander as my 6th.
Yep, me too. I wouldn't have Duvernay. Huh? Yeah,
because we haven't seen him. I don't. My thing is this: I'm not high on people that I ain't seen play.
Yeah,
I would have loved to see the Bears releasing Samari Toure already. Hey, there you go. I knew he wasn't gonna make it, but it's like, man. It's the same thing with Roshan. It's the same thing with Zah. It's the same thing with I won't say with Turner. Turner, we knew he'd been hurt, and I'm kind of actually excited to see him play. But
he got some snaps in on Friday, didn't he? I think somebody in the chat said he did. So
okay, see, but it's like, bro, why are we keeping people that ain't playing, man? I can't sign off on that when you got kids who've been busting their ass all preseason. And Alexander is one of Ben Johnson's dudes. And hell, he had a very nice touchdown in the Bills game.
That's true. Bagent likes him.
Yeah.
Goes to him often.
At tight end, we saw that Joel Wilson, 4 catches, 29 yards, and a touchdown. Would you keep him over Durham Smythe?
I like that dude we saw on the other side wearing number 12 for the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
he was a good player.
This dude's a tight end.
Jared Wiley.
Yeah, I liked him.
I liked him if the Bears would have drafted him, but we got Colston. Smythe more of a blocker. Joel Wilson, who's bounced around the league a little bit, had some promise coming out of Central Michigan. I kind of like his grit. He's a decent. He knows how to get open. Smythe is going to give you the blocking. Although he did have a 23-yard catch against the Chiefs, but
dropped last week though.
Yeah. What do you think? Who are the tight ends besides Loveland and Komet?
I mean, how many tight ends do you think they're going to carry? Do you think it'll be 4?
I wouldn't be surprised if they kept 4, being that Ben Johnson likes to play 2 tight end. He 12 personnel all the time, but
it'd probably be Smythe and Wilson, I believe.
Yeah.
If they keep 4, yeah.
Like I said, if they went to probably keep 3, which I don't see why they would. You probably would end up still seeing Smythe because they would probably just want a solid blocking tight end. I don't know how well Joel is for blocking, but yeah.
Stephen Carlson had a 36-yard catch in the game, 6'4", 248. Him and Wilson are about the same size. 6'4", 245, 248, around there. I don't know. They're both around the same. And this is Stephen Carlson's 4th season. Can you believe it? I mean, he's been around the Bears' orbit for 4 years now.
Yeah, I don't know much about the tight ends. I've been, I was getting distracted by the chat.
I know love for the hat.
You got to think he makes the team. What do you think?
Oh, Benedict,
yeah, he's got. I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
I just think just due to what we said at the start of the show about the lack of depth at what we've got left tackle, and if he's playing half decent, then I think it just seems. I just think that we need to carry as many linemen as possible as we can, because that's where you see we get the injuries a lot through the season is the line, because they'll always take them a knocks out. But so I'd definitely keep him on the roster.
KB, Theo make the team?
Yeah. I don't. You can't cut him.
I think you have to at this point.
I was
You're not going to
right
find
now,
anything on the street.
If the O-line stays as what it is, you have Braxton, Thuney, Dahlman, Jackson, and then Wright. So your backup behind Wright is going to be Ozzie. You're going to have Bates, Newman. Who's another center? Don't we have another center on the
Doug Kramer. Ryan Bates plays center too, and so does
Kramer probably. Then you're going to keep maybe Karan. Yeah, Karan stays.
I don't have Karan making the team in mind. I know, but Ryan Poles loves his guys. He never gives up his draft pick. And there was an article. Actually, it was great. I'm not supposed to say anything about this really. Though. Am I not supposed to speak about it? But Ryan Poles.
Chicago Sports Style says Stromberg is the
Ricky
center.
Stromberg, is on there. Yep. But Ryan Poles. It's rumored that Ryan Poles has final say over the 53-man roster, not Ben Johnson.
I don't.
I read that. I don't believe it.
I think Ben Johnson gonna say, "Fuck you, get this dude out of here if he can't make my roster."
Right.
I would say line.
It's a collaboration.
Yeah.
It's all collaborative, right? Isn't that what they said?
That's what they said. Yeah.
I was gonna say, Muck, man, you can not want it all you want, brother. It's a sad reality of what's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
It's just the truth.
Has Benedette outplayed Braxton? You guys, I mean, you can make an argument that he has. He's been a little more solid.
He might have, but he's playing against backups.
He's playing against the backups.
See him against the starters. I would have liked to have seen him against starters, man. That's the one thing. I mean, He's 6'7", 300 pounds with 32-inch arms, and he works his butt off.
Yep.
You can't help where you find these guys, man. Like I said before, the Philadelphia Eagles found their franchise left tackle in the 7th round, a rugby player out of New Zealand. Nobody thought Jordan Mailata would turn into what he's turned into. You can find these guys all over the place, and I mean, if he can anchor and he can work better than Braxton, I'm perfectly fine with him. But KB, when you was going through that list of linemen, I'm wondering who's going to get, because most of the time you keep both your starting tackles and then you keep a swing tackle. And to me, that's Ozzie. So can Theo kick inside a guard if we need him to? Or does he have that versatility? Because you start running into numbers. It's a numbers game. At the end of the day, with as many offensive linemen as you can keep, you can't keep 10. You just can't do it. And we know Newman's making the team because he's been killing it in the preseason. Ryan Bates has been doing well in the preseason, actually.
Yeah.
So are you going with him? You're going to go with the young guy in Stromberg. And then I don't know about the other guard position. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the guard position is the one that's, instead of having a swing tackle, you got a swing guard. I don't know.
I think they do keep 10 linemen. I mean, especially with the uncertainty at left tackle. That would mean Amagaji makes the team.
Mm-hmm. I'm with Mr. T. Karan is a better guard than a tackle. We saw him last year get put in at left guard, and he bulldozed some dudes. That you can also hide him a little better at the guard position where he's not out there on an island by himself.
Here's my fear now. We keep Amagaji and try to sneak Luke Newman onto the practice squad. He gets picked off.
There's no way. There's no way.
Luke Newman would be a Detroit Lion.
Yep.
He would go back to Michigan.
Yep, absolutely. Give us your questions. I think I do have some questions we can start answering. Let's see. This is from Cornelius. Did Dennis Allen know that press man against the 2 fastest receivers in football, Worthy and Thornton, might not be a good strategy?
True.
Yeah, very true.
That's his defense,
I don't know.
man. That's what he runs.
Like
you
I said,
you
gotta have a pass rush.
You gotta have big physical corners, and you gotta have a pass rush. Dennis Allen's not gonna just change to a zone-based defense because just because of who's on the other side. That's his defense, dude. That's what he runs.
We don't really want him to go back to the zone defense anyway. We had enough of it. It's a refreshing change in defensive scheme anyway, what he's brought to the club.
That aggressiveness, I love it so much.
I do. That's what defense is about, man. That's what it's about.
Do you guys miss him yet?
Is he in Corpus Christi in that picture? Where's he at?
He's in Captiva Island. I will tell you this, man. We haven't seen Grady Jarrett at all in the preseason, so man, maybe the pass rush will be okay. It's gonna, come from up the middle. Grady. Grady's been getting his veteran leave time during the preseason, resting the veterans. We know what Grady can do. So maybe the pass rush will be a little bit better than we think. Let's see. Does Jade Walker make the 53 over Tyler Scott? Maybe I guess.
Absolutely.
I would hope so. Definitely.
Yeah, if Jade Walker makes the team, I will have a little more faith in Ryan Poles. All right. DJ Moore, Komet, and Stevenson are all the Bears tradable players. We would still have Adunze, Burden, and Loveland. Would you trade DJ, Komet, or Stevenson? Any of you guys? I don't think you can trade.
No. I don't see how, apart from maybe, I wouldn't even say Stevenson. I wouldn't say any of them players that are what you'd trade with because they're absolutely vital to our setup. All right, we might have got the new rookie tight end, but we still need Komet because they're going to balance each other out so well.
Yep.
I wouldn't say any of them are tradable at all. I just don't see it in any sort of reality at all.
The only one, DJ with his giant contract would be the only possibility if they're trying to unload contract.
I don't see him doing that.
I think
I do.
When who was the guy hurt? When Terrell Smith got hurt last week and they showed everyone taking a knee, did you notice who was sitting right next to Caleb? Number 2, DJ Moore. was sitting right next to him. Cole Kmet came out and talked about how he felt some type of way about them drafting Loveland originally, because you see tight end and you're a tight end, you're like, what the hell? But he has talked about his ability to open it up for him. And now Kmet's got linebackers trying to cover him. And he's like, this is kind of nice. I don't have the nickel corner on me out here. I can maybe get open and y'all can use me.
We likely need 4 tight ends on this system, But
Stevenson is still young, man. And we've seen flashes. I don't see them giving up on him yet. But if they had to trade one of these 3, it would be Stevenson for me, just because you've drafted in that position. You've paid guys in that position, and he hasn't been paid yet. We'll have to see if he's up for a contract. I mean, if you're not going to extend him, then he's definitely a trade candidate. But
he fits Dennis Allen's system pretty well, though.
Yeah, I don't see them.
And now the Terrell Smith injury kind of that throws that out the window. Caesar wants to know, what's the price for Hendrickson? I think they're asking for a first minimum.
Yeah,
they're asking
first round pick. But
they're asking a lot, but we got time on our side.
Yep.
Just sit it out and wait.
Sit it out. Week
That
4,
price will start to go down.
He still hasn't showed up, right?
Exactly. I would say even I can't remember who they played week 1, but I'm pretty sure that they hop. Let me look up their schedule right quick
for the Bengals.
Yeah, because if they're playing some divisional games and they start falling by, they play the Browns week 1 and the Jags week 2, then the Vikings week 3. So I don't know how long they can wait, but that damn owner up in Cincinnati is ridiculous. Idiot. Yeah. We talk about Jerry Jones being out of touch. That dude is out of touch as well.
The Bears have been talking about it since Dennis Allen had Hendrickson in New Orleans. They've been discussing it.
Had to come up.
The price is too high right now, Caesar.
Oh yeah. Well, when it came out originally, it was like they wanted a first and a second and a young ascending player, and I'm like, who? What? I love Trey Hendrickson, but he's a 31-year-old pass rusher.
Yeah. They'd be lucky. I mean, they should be thankful they get a second-round pick.
Right.
For a 31-year-old pass rusher. Yeah, he's a good ball player, but, how many more years has he got? 3 maximum? Kyle Monanga has a hamstring strain. Should be ready for week 1, though.
Good.
Elon Wheeler, we didn't see him play. I don't know. Either he's banged up a little bit or they're just saving him for the roster. It's a great question.
He might be a guy that they're trying to hide to sneak onto the practice squad, too.
Could be. It could be that,
Maybe they just don't let anybody see any more tape on this guy. We're going to let him marinate a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because he's got some speed to him, man.
He does. Who's our fullback? Doug Kramer? I don't think we're... Yeah, I mean, I think you might see Kmet and Loveland in the backfield, even Luther Burden.
Give me Billings at our fullback position.
Yeah.
Right.
Woo.
Right.
Yeah. Getting that form running going.
Right.
All right, send your questions here. Let's try and get to them. Let me see what I have in my notes. Look, Caleb Williams, man. Not only is he a first-round number 1 overall draft pick, but he's a Bears quarterback, which carries a little added weight and pressure. The pressure is so immense on this kid. Not only that, but the media has just found so many ways to just chip at him, to take him down a peg or criticize. But this whole season depends on this kid. The amount of pressure on him this season, I can't imagine. You have to admire how he's handled it so far. And we just have to keep our fingers crossed that he figures out, he understands, gets Ben Johnson's offense quicker. He needs to get it quicker than both the media and fans think. Any thoughts on how Caleb might go for the beginning of the season? We'll go, Chris.
I mean, the good thing is that even though he has got this pressure on it, he's surrounded by good coaches this time. It's not like last year where we had Eberfluss and I can't remember the Waldron as the OC. he's surrounded by one of the best play callers in the game at the moment with our head coach. So hopefully that's going to support him, through the start of the season. But I just want the Bears offense to start quicker than they've been over the last sort of couple of years. It seemed like we have to get to like week 4 before the offense wakes up. But I think he can handle it. I think he's had pressure on him all the way through his life. But I just think like the coaching around him and the support he's going to get, it's far superior this year than it has been, in his rookie year. So I think he's going to do all right, man. Hopefully, anyway, touch wood.
KB?
Man, I'm thinking he'd be all right. I don't think Ben Johnson is going to let him fail. That's where I'm at with it right now. You just got to roll with what happens this year. He has to have tough skin because they're going to criticize you all the way down to how you wear your socks in games. So,
which is what they did.
Yeah. So it's just going to happen. It's the stigma that follows every Bears quarterback. They're going to tear you apart and dissect you in every way possible. Unless he's coming out and he's having first-year Patrick Mahomes performances every game, they're going to find something to mess with you on. So I think he'd be fine. Like I said, I don't think Ben Johnson is going to let him fail. So, like I said, I think he'll handle it just fine this year.
I agree with KB. And Caleb was on Waddle and Sylvie, said that he doesn't feel pressure, and we've heard him say that a few times. I have a tough time believing that, but I feel like he's almost put himself under more pressure than anyone else. I mean, he's literally been the one to come out and say, we've never had a 4,000-yard passer. I want to be that guy. We've never had a 30-touchdown quarterback. I want to be that guy. He puts the pressure on himself to go out and perform. And as far as national media goes, the same ones that's tearing him down, as soon as they saw him play against Buffalo, they were putting a gold jacket on the dude. So to block out all that noise, and I think he does a really good job of doing that. This is a kid who was in his own apartment in high school, getting ready to be the dude. He goes off to college. He goes to Oklahoma under the tutelage of why can't I remember that coach?
Lincoln Riley.
Follows him to USC, gets him a Heisman. When he went to the Heisman Trophy ceremony, he brought his whole offensive line with him. So he knows how to thank the ones who got him there. He's not your average first-round pick, been groomed his whole life, and just sticks his nose up at everybody and takes it for granted. Man. He seems like a good kid, which is not what we saw. I was concerned when he come out, painting the fingernails, crying to his mom, being the number 1 pick, being the pampered guy who's always
didn't want to maybe come to the Bears.
Right. I had my concerns, but I feel like he does a good job of putting everything into perspective, and I think he's put the pressure on himself more than anybody else does. And going to LA, you got to be good at toning out the noise. They did. I guess they had the Rams at that time, but like USC is a big freaking program. They've got so much coverage, and you're in Hollywood. This is a guy who I think I heard last week he had a meeting with Denzel Washington at a restaurant when he was in LA. Like, so you have to be able to tone everything out and just put your blockers on and go to work. And I think he's built right, man. I think he's got it in him. And my expectations are high, but his expectations for himself are high as well. KB said it perfectly. Ben Johnson's not going to let this dude fail.
Right.
I guess the Ben Johnson effect, right?
Ben Johnson effect.
That's true. That's it.
Let's see, KB, you got to get going out of here in a little bit. Are you good till 10:30, or do you got a jet now?
I can stay till 10:30. Yeah.
All right. Real quick, I'll flash some. Does this guy make the roster? Give me a yes or no. We already talked about Jade Walker. Karan Amagaji, yes or no?
He ain't on my roster.
Yeah. If you can find space for him, yeah.
I think he'll be on the roster just due to being one of Paul's draft picks.
I do. I'm with you there.
Yeah.
He probably hasn't played like it, but physically gifted. Dominique Robinson.
That's
We ain't got nobody at edge, man.
I know.
Yeah, you gotta keep him.
I think so. I think he makes the team.
Yeah, I do again.
Daniel Hardy doesn't really fit Dennis Allen's prototypical end, but makes plays and he plays teams. Aaron, what do you think? Daniel Hardy.
I thought they tried to move Daniel Hardy to linebacker, and then all of a sudden he's an edge rusher again. I think we got to sign somebody. I can't keep all these maybe.
I want Zadarius Smith. That's the guys you have it here. I've been saying it for weeks.
You already know. I've wanted him for years.
Yep. Noah Sewell.
Oh, absolutely. Nails.
Yep.
That dude that's our Jack Sanborn this year. That motherfucker fires me up, dog.
If
when I see him
and stay healthy. Shit.
So you're gonna buy his top AC?
No, not yet.
Yeah. Nahshon Wright.
Yeah,
he has to.
I think he makes the team. He had a bad game. And we haven't seen Zay. I don't think we've seen Zay Frazier play yet. I don't know. I just
practice or nothing.
No.
I think Zay Frazier's a practice squad player. I hate to say it, but Nick McLeod.
Who the hell is he? Who is he?
Defensive back, special teamer.
Never heard. I can't remember his name. God.
Deuces. I don't know.
Oh, all right. Nobody knows. All right. Chris Williams.
Yes.
I have him making the squad too, but you never know. Zach Pickens.
No. Chris Williams takes his spot.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on 1 second here while I get my notes back up. I lost it there for a second. But all right. What about Jonathan Owens, safety?
I love that dude.
Yes.
I think so too. Yep.
He's my second string. They had him returning kicks the other day.
Even though they had Lewis Seen just get cut by the Eagles, I wouldn't mind picking him up. He can be a backup.
I like Jonathan Owens because he freaking hits, man. That's old school safety. He'll fucking lay you out.
Bill Murray, offensive lineman.
He should.
Yes.
He should. Is injured though, you know.
He's injured, but it's Bill Murray, isn't it? Just the name itself is Chicago.
Yep. What about Alex Cook? He kind of flashed a little bit in this game as a safety.
My top four safeties are pretty much set in stone.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep. Byard, Brisker, Hicks, and Owens.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's going to be
like I said, I wouldn't mind replacing Hicks with Seen.
That's a good point, KB. Yeah.
I would absolutely look into that.
Let's see. That's about it. Unless you guys can. What about Jordan McFadden? Played tackle. Played a lot of tackle in this game. I know we didn't get a. I know.
No.
I'm glad you said that, KB, because I was thinking.
Sorry, I meant Joshua Miles was the guy we saw a lot of tackle. I'm sorry, I spaced on his name
again. Who?
Yeah, who again?
I mean, if you're seeing them late in the third preseason game,
he's gone.
A lot of times that's tape for other teams if they let him go. Sports Chicago style says Cook to the practice squad. So
would like to see. I thought the kid played pretty good. Tysheem Johnson, another good player. What about Tano Passignon? A Dennis Allen guy.
Pass rusher they picked up.
Defensive end. Yep.
I mean, I guess
I feel like out of necessity. Yeah,
maybe out of necessity. Yep. And that's about it, man. Those are the roster. Those are all the bubble guys I have. I know you guys don't think Travis Homer will make the squad, but the last one I would say is, do they keep three quarterbacks, and is it Case Keenum or Austin Reed?
I'd say Case Keenum, just due to what he can do in in the QB room, really, just with his experience. And, it could be like an extra coach for Caleb and Tyson. So I'd keep him, and then unfortunately drop the other lad.
I was going to say, Reed will make the practice squad.
He's got a good arm on it, man.
Reed to the practice squad. Tyler Scott, wide receiver. Does he make the team? No chance.
You can go play in Minnesota, Tyler. I don't know.
Right. I was going to say,
that's right.
Instinct say
he can He can drop passes for the Vikings.
Yeah.
I don't want to hate the guy, but man, he just can't get right. Is what we ought to call him. Remember that movie Life? Can't get right. That's Tyler Scott, man.
He's the current Valus Jones.
Yes.
Let's wrap it up. It's almost 10:30. You guys want to wrap it up? Final thoughts. Start with KB, or let's start with Ace. KB. We'll start with KB.
Yeah, KB gotta get out of here.
He's got to get out of here.
Real quick, like I said, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all brought it today. A lot of discussion, a lot of stuff going back and forth, man. I love it. Y'all hit that like, subscribe button while y'all in here. Just to help you boys out, man. Just help us out a little bit, man. Shout out to my boys, man. My co-hosts, man. We always do this thing, every Sunday we out here doing this, man. We love it. Man, 2 more weeks, pretty much, man. You got the bye week, and then you gotta get through the plethora of games for a Monday game, because why not? And then we back, man. We back. I'm just gonna leave this as I peace out. Jade Walker don't make this roster. We riot. All right, y'all.
KB going on a hunt.
Boys out of here. I'm gonna holler
at
mate.
Go and kill that crocodile, mate.
Why isn't AC here? There he is. All right.
He just dropped me.
I didn't mean to. I was trying to get the little three-way going here.
Hey now.
KB, you want to? Who's next? AC or C-Dub?
It don't matter to me, man. However you want to run it.
Let's go with Chris.
Go ahead, AC.
Go ahead, AC.
I mean, just like KB said perfectly. Shout out to the chat, man. They brought it. We had a great conversation today. I love to talk about Jade Walker. It's definitely a name that we're going to be watching for. We'll come back next week. I think we talked about this pre-show, and we'll break down the 53-man roster, because cuts should be done by then, correct? Or is it the week after?
So, yeah.
Is it Tuesday? Is final
Tuesday? Yeah,
Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah. So we can break down that 53-man roster and how we think it all shakes
Next
out.
week.
Maybe talk about some dudes who was the one that got away. But
we might be talking about who's out there still, like Zadarius Smith.
That's true. We got a lot to break down. But we'll definitely shout out to you boys for sure. I love coming on here with y'all. Had to take a back seat because my internet wanted to be a little punk this morning.
Oh, it sounds so good. Now there's no delay.
Hey, that's good. That's good. But it felt weird when I'm seeing these over in the chat and I'm trying to click on them and won't let me. Maybe feel some type of way. But yeah, definitely shout out to you boys. I love coming on and talking with y'all. And Tooch, we're gonna watch the Cubbies go for the sweep today, brother.
Yep. Gonna have that on my TV very shortly. Chris, final thoughts?
Final thoughts is that I think we've had a good pre-season. I think, regarding the games, I just want to thank everybody in the chat and everybody who's going to watch the show. Obviously, massive shout to you boys. You bring it every week, and we always have such a good time. And it's like a tradition now for me that I do the show and then I watch the game after. So just want to thank you guys. You can catch me on Tuesday, 3 p.m. Central, 9 o'clock UK time for the British Bears podcast on BCP. So that's going really well. I'm enjoying that with Jason. So just want to thank you everybody in the chat and who supports us, and to think we've got proper football just over 2 weeks' time, and that's my favourite time of the year, is that first week, the first NFL week where everything's fresh and everybody's got the same record and we're all got the dream still. So can't wait for the next couple of weeks when the season starts. And just thank you for Aldo for the chat, for running the channel still, and all the other hosts on the Barroom Network.
All right. Yep. Don't forget to catch the British Bears show on BCP and the BCP show. We had the return of weekend sports betting tips Friday, where Anthony, Sean, and myself 3-0. So if you followed and took our picks, you went 3-0. I had Iowa State, Kansas State first half under 24.5, only 21 points scored there. Love that number, 24.5. So 24 is a good number. You know, you can sneak under that hook. And only 21 were scored in that game. And then Anthony had the Ravens minus 2.5. I think that was a 31-3 winner. And Sean gave out first half Kansas Wildcats minus 7.5. That was a big winner too. So catch weekend sports betting tips Friday with Sean and Anthony and myself every Friday, 6 Central. The chat room was fantastic, except when they thought I was lobbying for Tyson Bagent to be the starter. What's wrong with you guys? Come on. I'm just saying. I know how Bears have been in the past. The backup quarterback's more popular, always more popular than the starting quarterback for forever. Yeah. I'm just saying, if Tyson Bagent takes to Ben Johnson's offense, if it just understands it faster than Caleb, we're going to have a certain narrative in this town. Yeah.
Tyson's good, but he ain't no Josh McCown.
He does not have the arm talent of Caleb Williams. I don't think he has the arm talent of Austin Reed, to be honest. He's just he's a gritty player, and Bears fans love grit.
But if it did come down to the nitty gritty regarding the QB, I just want the guy who's going to win. I don't care if it's Caleb, Tyson, me. As long as we win. Win, because to me it's all team anyway. So whoever gives the best chance to win, I don't give a shit who it is, mate. Don't give a shit.
Yeah, if Case Keenum has taken any snaps this season, the season is long gone.
We're fucked.
we are definitely screwed. Yeah. All right. I gotta run the thing, right? For we get out of here, because AC can't do it. So if I end the stream, do they have the outro? We do. All right, fellas. Great show today. Thanks to the chat, Aldo Gandia, for letting us do this every Sunday.
Hey, a little snippet, man. We're like the second longest tenured Barroom Network show. I didn't realize.
Yeah, Buffon 55 is the longest, right? Buffon 55.
I think we started the same year, so we're right there with them.
Wow, what's the longest then? It's you two.
Well, I
guys.
think it's us. I think it's both of us at the same.
All right. One A and 1B.
Yeah.
All right. Can I get a bear down?
Bear down.
Bear down, mate. Bear down.
Right, fellas. We'll see you next week.